Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Lakers beat the Suns 119-108. Let's talk about it. Lakers moved to 3-0 at home, 4-3 on the season. It's really crazy to see where we came from last year versus this year. A lot of us came into this game thinking this is a winnable game against the Suns. The Suns are playing really good basketball in the sense that they're a young, tough team with some really good talent. We'll talk about Devin Booker in a second. And they've been playing tough on the road to start the season. They lost a few games, but they've been playing really well. And I thought they were going to play us tough, and they did, you know. But we scored a lot of points. We played good enough defense at times to get the win and get the stop. And man, shout out to Luke Walton. Got our young guys playing really well. Again, the story of this game is our second unit, consisting of Lou Williams, Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Ingram, Larry Nance Jr., Tark Black. Now, our second unit plays really well. A lot of us on Twitter are like really waiting for our second unit to get in, because we know once our second unit get in, we're going to kind of expand the lead. And our bench really outplays a lot of these other team benches, and that's kind of like what happened in this game in the first half. Now, it sucks for us, but Larry Nance Jr. was diving for the ball, hit his head, and looked kind of dizzy on the floor. I thought it might be a concussion. He went out, and then they said he got a concussion, and which means that he was out that game, and he's out for next game against Dallas on Tuesday. So that sucks for us in our second unit. Thomas Robinson is going to have to fill in those shoes, but I mean, we're going to have a little letdown on the second unit because of Larry Nance Jr. being gone. So that's going to suck. We'll see how that goes. But this game was, I look at it like, it was D'Angelo Russell versus Devin Booker, right? But D'Angelo Russell is really falling back into not being our leader, right? This is a big change from what we thought coming into the season, but from what we see game to game, D'Angelo Russell doesn't seem to be the featured person for the Lakers to look out for. It's really all our other guys: Lou Williams, Nick Young, Jordan Clarkson, and Julius Randle, right? And D'Angelo Russell is kind of taking a back seat in terms of being a leader. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he's a leader right now. He's not showing it on the court, and it doesn't feel like everybody around the Laker nation is not really looking to D'Angelo Russell to lead this team game in and game out. But this game, again, he has an inconsistent game. Very poor game. Started off not shooting the ball well and seemed out of it. Unengaged, lethargic, standing around, not interested. I don't know what it is. Is it, I think it could be something to do with the fact that our second unit is really outplaying our starters, and Luke Walton is really sharing the minutes based on how well they're playing. And is it affecting D'Angelo in terms of his psyche? That he knows he's going to go out and he's not really called upon to be the Devin Booker of the Los Angeles Lakers. That could be it. I don't know. But D'Angelo Russell didn't have a good game at all. Came in late in the fourth quarter, got a good key steal, and hit a tough three-pointer, and shot some free throws to really help us ice the game. But outside of that, he had a poor game. Julius Randle, 18 points, 5 rebounds. Luol Deng was kind of like 7 points, 7 rebounds. I guess he did good. 21 minutes. I didn't see him play, but that was a pretty good stat line for me not even knowing that he played. But Mozgov, shout out to Mozgov. Mozgov always getting beat up, but in the first half, really played tough basketball. 14 points, 8 rebounds in 22 minutes. And then the player of the game, Nick Young, 22 points, 7 rebounds. Really played good defense on Devin Booker in the first half. Now, Devin Booker lit us up for 39 points. I'll get to him in a second. But I think we had a 10-point lead the first half, and a big portion of that was due to Nick Young's activity on the defensive end. He wasn't a lockdown defender, but he's being active, getting his hands on balls, going for rebounds, going for steals and things like that. And if we can get that out of Nick Young, that's just huge extra for our team. And then he shooting the ball well, shot the ball extremely well in the second half. Ended up with 22 points and on 7 rebounds. Played really good basketball. The other two, Jordan Clarkson, 18 points, 5 rebounds. I mean, Jordan Clarkson is Mr. Consistency. Has been consistent from the second half of his rookie year when Byron Scott put him at point guard. I mean, Jordan Clarkson is an absolute stud. Somebody we can count on off the bench, along with Lou Williams. Lou Williams has a resurgence, in my opinion, by coming off the bench. He scored 14 points and 6 assists, 4 rebounds. I mean, what can we say about Lou Williams? I mean, a lot of us wanted Lou Williams traded when he was a starter because he was like putting up these horrible shots. We all wanted Nick Young traded in the offseason. Everybody did. But Nick Young is now earning his paycheck, and Lou Williams is an absolute stud for us, a veteran presence that we need off the bench. The fact is that we know that Lou Williams should never start again, but he's an amazing spark plug off the bench. So that's just Lou Williams. So shout out to Lou Williams. But the story of the game, in my opinion, I mean, was D'Angelo Russell's like disappearance, and then Devin Booker's emergence as this NBA superstar. Oh my goodness. He put up like a million shots, but the dude scored 39. He just scored 38 points the other night. He scored 39 points against us. TJ Warren looked really good too, but what is it about Devin Booker? Does he remind you? He put up 39 points, 7 assists. I mean, he looks, I don't know, he doesn't have the athleticism as a Kobe Bryant, but he has a mid-range feel and this Mamba-like killer mentality that Kobe Bryant has. And so I don't know if there's anybody else. Is it Dwayne Wade? I'm trying to figure out who does Devin Booker remind you of, like his game type and his killer instinct. Like, the dude is relentless. He gets the ball and he's looking to score on every single possession. It's kind of like you got to watch out for him. He's going to give us fits for years and years to come because we play Phoenix 4 times a year, and I feel he's going to be a nuisance in our conference for the next 10 years or so. But Devin Booker played a really good game. Share your thoughts on that as well. Anyway, that's the game. I mean, it was one of those games again. We expect it. Lakers won. We put up 119 points. What can you say? Played Mavericks on Tuesday. Oh, before I cut the video off, I got to give a shout out to Brandon Ingram again. 9 points in 25 minutes, 3 rebounds. But it's not really the points per se. It's his presence with the ball in his hands. It was literally, I was like, Luke Walton, put him in at point. I'd rather keep D'Angelo Russell on the bench, because I felt so good with the ball in Brandon Ingram's hand. And I'm sure you watching the game, you feel that way too. The ball in Brandon Ingram's hand, he has better handles. He makes better decisions than D'Angelo Russell at times, or a lot of times. And I mean, shout out to Brandon Ingram. So that just means to me, D'Angelo Russell, get it together, get your handles right, stop making bonehead turnovers, and when your shot's not falling, do more and be more active in the game. It's not a good look to have this feel. I feel that he's not really engaged like everybody else when his shot's not falling. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the game. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And as always, follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.